You're listening to Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live on Humble House Radio.
Hey, what is going on, Houseology Live fam? What's up?
You can see today we have the best looking guys here for the show. If you're not watching us on YouTube, you're missing out.
Yes, you are. You know, it's suit and tie day. We got our special guest today. It's Showtime. You know, you always got to dress up for Showtime, you know?
Showtime with Showtime. I believe is what we're saying there.
It is Showtime. No, guys, so thank you so much for tuning in. We are live here at the Moxy, and we're going to do a fantastic show for you. We've got a couple of things, a couple topics we're going to talk about today. We have Showtime, who's going to lead us through his journey in production, what he's been doing with his artistry, what he's up to. You might get some secrets, you might get some spoilers, so stay tuned. You never know what you're going to get here. If you do want to talk to Showtime, please give us a call at 727-239-27. Oh, so no, wait.
No, I gotta open up the line real quick.
Wait, it's 727-342-0550. I almost gave you another phone number. Don't call that one.
Are you like giving out your cell phone on air again?
Maybe.
Listen, that got you in trouble last time. You know where that went.
Yeah, it's Mike Jones. So, yeah, guys, we are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the ring notifications so that you can keep up to date with what we're doing or what we're going to be, who we're going to be having next.
Who's joining us later today? So it's Danielle we got coming.
Yep, right? Danielle will be in. We got Rave Daddy Robbie over here running the show. My name is DJ Ketone, if you didn't know.
Welcome to the club.
Rich is out today. Sammy will be a little late. DJ Volume, we love you.
Oh no, this is going to look awkward because I had to clear the cookies out of my browser last week, and I blew out your account. So you're going to have to log back in so I can set up the telephone stuff.
Oh, I got you. Okay,
yeah. So
call.
We'll have to do that.
They could still call. We can do it. Because we do that at the commercial.
Okay, well that's fine then.
You know,
we don't have to jump back and forth or switch video sources this week, so that's kind of nice. At the moment, we don't.
At the moment, yeah. We got Danielle who's gonna run that interview. We'll back her up as always. You know. So let's just get into some topics, some past things that have been going on. We have this last week we had Saigon, which was a great night.
Who did we have at Saigon again last week? It was
we had
drawing a blank.
That
wasn't the DJ. I'm actually drawing a blank.
No, it was a great night too. So
that was.
Hang on, I gotta
so
pull
weird.
it up.
Why
now.
can't I think of who that was?
Dude, I know why I don't remember.
You know, I'm going to address since it's just you and I, and while you're looking that up, I'm going to address this little thing. So if you've been watching us now for a while or listening to us on the radio, every now and then you'll hear like this little this thing. Oh, now it's not going to. Oh, there it is.
Oh, see, there it is.
There's like an invisible electronic fence like right here, just perfectly. So you know, and I move around when I talk, and I lean forward, and if I do it just right, it'll be like, you know, and I don't know what's. It's so weird. It's literally like right here.
I see it. It's right every time you touch it.
It's really.
Area,
it's like
right there.
And I can't do anything to fix it. I can change the frequency of the mics, but I haven't done that yet because I like to let things go until they get really bad.
Maybe we got to move your position. Maybe we got to move you.
Maybe I'll sit on the floor. That
Yeah.
All right,
Launchpad.
Oh my gosh,
Launchpad.
Yes. How can we forget about those three?
I don't know.
How did that happen?
I even made freaking graphics for them for the show. I don't know how I forgot, but I do remember now. It sparked my memory that high brain.
They brought in their AZ. I've been bringing in my AZ, so they had a really. They brought that in and sounded really good. Who opened? It was
Johnny.
Johnny, that's right.
Johnny opened. He was smooth.
Yes.
Smooth player. That was some nice it's not even disco. It was just like funky.
Yes,
like,
I agree.
Just straight funky.
You know, we ended up having this really nice. Ended up having this really nice. I lost my train of thought suddenly. Oh, because it was race weekend.
Yes, the Grand Prix was here.
We had the Grand Prix here and everything, so we did have a pretty decent crowd. And but it was nice. We were pretty steady all night, I think, from like roughly about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, there was a show at Janice too, which made it a little easier.
Yes,
on the night, but we had a great night. Johnny opened it up, and then MNX went next. and they have a new sound that not new. I guess it's something they've been working towards.
Yes.
And they have really just honed in on their sound. So big ups to MNX. I'm excited to see their future. I believe more Miami gigs are on the way for them. Because that's their sound. They fit right in.
Well, you know what, with MNX that I've noticed over the years too is you got to remember like Randy, Michael, GC. I wouldn't say so much because GC kind of was still learning, but Randy and Michael still kind of come from an open format background.
Oh yeah,
and then they decided to hone in. Michael actually is a big open format hip hop DJ.
Yes, he is. He's a really good hip hop DJ.
Yes.
I mean, he's a good DJ in general, but he's a really good hip hop DJ.
Correct, and performs at Prana in Ybor City, I believe. He's a resident DJ there.
Yep.
You know, and it's been nice because I noticed in their infancy when I heard them, and I'm going back now like 3 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And that they would spin tech house and house. They were just going for more of the vanilla stuff, and they were spinning it as I described it in an open format kind of style.
Yeah.
It was a little chop, and it was a little fast.
Yeah, that's
and you know
just like you do an open format.
Yeah, exactly.
But I get it. Yeah.
Exactly. And by all means, guys, if you're listening or you've come back and listened, I'm no means making fun of you or dissing on you at all. But now I've noticed there's the development there. Now when they're playing, they give it time to develop. Now I guess you could say they're finally telling more of that story.
Yeah.
And, you know, GC has done so well because he's turned around and went through that whole period of he just kind of came up into the tech house scene and just took off with it. And, you know, he performs at Emberd now, and they're all going to be back out at, I believe, Postcard Inn again this summer as well.
Yeah.
But it was rad. It was a great sound.
Yep.
The bar was steady all night long, and we had a pretty decent amount of competition that night, too.
Yes, we did.
So,
we did.
Yeah.
You know, we also had Makobo. He went on right after MNX, killed it. Makobo is just he's made for this. This is his jam. You know, he moves around. He moves around very fluid. He plays in mode too in Miami quite often now. He's so you know he's moving along. I'm glad to say that he's one of our artists. You know. Yes.
Yeah. It was a good evening. A lot of fun. And you know what? I'm going to have to admit, I stayed home the rest of the weekend. I've had like busy weekend after weekend after weekend after weekend.
Yeah.
And I got around to Friday.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people were texting me and they're like, where are you going tonight? And I said, you know where I'm going? I'm going to my couch. And I'm going to my couch and I'm going to a movie. That's what I'm doing on my couch. And, and then Saturday night, I had a party that I was invited to by our good friend Sakali.
And, where was that at?
Oh, he was doing a little private GC group cruise thing in Clearwater. And I just, honestly, I didn't make it. I got up and I was kind of moving around and I took a shower. And by the time I took the shower and everything, I was like, you know what?
I just
don't want to do anything.
I feel you 100%. GC and Nodar closed it down. They did a little minimal. It's something different I haven't heard from GC. You know, he did like a minimal, less tech house, less Latin house.
Yes.
More minimal, more.
And he loves his Latin
classy.
house.
Yeah, he does. It was classy. It was like a sexy way to end the night. You know, so they did really well.
I agree.
Nodar is an exceptional DJ, so it was just a fantastic. If you missed out on Launchpad, I'm sorry, but there is a recording, and there will be a recording on HumbleHouseRadio.com.
I haven't posted it yet.
Not
I'll
yet.
have it posted in a day or so, and we're all up to date, by the way. For those of you who have been following our intimate sessions at Saigon Blonde, you know we're approaching over a year now that we've been doing this consistently.
Yeah.
I joined the team back in January of last year, and then we kind of got everything kind of worked out by the end of February, beginning of March, as far as the audio recordings were going.
Yeah.
And if you want to see a journey of me learning how to edit and master out recordings for radio, start on March and keep going.
Yeah.
And they're progressively awful, and then they get really good. So by December, it's like a whole like Christmas present kind of thing.
Yeah. So if you've ever played at Humble House at Intimate Sessions for Saigon at Humble House for Humble House, you can check those on the sets on HumbleHouseRadio.com under blogs, interview sets.
We also have our first Friday set that we did at Concrete Jungle, which is
that's been playing in rotation.
Yes, I noticed that.
Yeah,
which of course segues right into
First Friday.
First Friday, yeah, that's exactly. Yes. Which will be there again. We'll be streaming that live.
Yes, we will. First Fridays actually is a big one. We've got Nicole Fialo coming out of Miami.
That'll be fun.
Actually, she's, her home is Miami, but she's been living in New York and doing shows in New York. She's actually a pretty established artist, so I'm glad we got her down here. Before that, we have Alejandro, who's going to be playing before her. He's got a live percussionist coming in, as well as himself. They're going to be doing a lot of percussion, a lot of Afro Latin house inspired vibes downstairs.
That'll be good.
Closing out the night is going to be M&X. So I just told you guys there was a fantastic set, so don't miss this next one.
You know, an Alejandro, great techno DJ. If
Yes.
you haven't had a chance to hear one of his techno sets, then you should hear one of his techno sets.
Absolutely.
But then when you hear him also go all over his Latin vibe,
Yeah.
also very good, and you can see why he's such a great producer.
Oh yeah. He definitely has multiple facets in the music industry. So we have upstairs. Oh, this is wild. Upstairs is gonna be wild. I'm just like taking
Easy?
it all. Yeah,
Easy?
I'm just taking it all in because
It's all right. It's all right.
it's gonna
You're sweating.
be.
You're sweating. I can tell.
It's gonna be. I'm sweating because
Where did you see-
Showtime just walked in here, and we got our ties on. No, but upstairs is gonna be wild. 1-800-COLLECT is gonna take over. Protect, Gio Leone, Mayan Collective, and Essential Freaks are gonna have a riot upstairs. I can already tell you right now, it's gonna be out of control.
I think that's going to be a great time. And then I don't know if you noticed. I asked you about this. You never got back with me. But did you happen to notice how I named the sets on the radio?
Yeah, I saw that. Tiki House?
Yeah, the upstairs.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out how to differentiate the two sets because I
Okay.
couldn't be like, oh, First Friday Part 1 or First Friday Part 2
Okay.
or First Friday Concrete Jungle 1 A and B or
Okay.
whatever. And I was going to call it like upstairs and downstairs. And I was like, well, that's kind of boring. And I was like, well, I'll call the upstairs the Tiki House.
Okay.
And I'll call the downstairs, of course, the downstairs is a jungle. So
All right.
I called that the jungle set.
Yeah,
And
okay, I like that.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I'm creative, you know. But yeah, I mean, unless there's any complaints, I'm probably going to keep it that way.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I think that's fine.
and it worked out. You know, if you think about it too, considering the style of music we were playing downstairs compared to the style of music we were playing upstairs too, that's kind of a good way to break it up.
Yeah.
Because downstairs was definitely a bit more deeper, driving kind of that vibe that one would get perhaps with a jungle set or
Yeah.
tribal set or something along those lines. And
Yeah.
then upstairs, of course, was a little bit more upbeat and a little bit more going, something you might find more like at a bar or
Yeah.
club or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Very good. I like it. I did
Yeah.
notice that. I was like, Tiki House. What?
Yeah.
I'm glad you explained it because honestly, I just noticed it today.
Hey, there's a lot of little things that you probably haven't caught that I've done on the
No,
radio.
no,
I'm kidding.
it takes me a while. It's a high thoughts. All right, so first Friday we went over. That's for the upcoming. We got that coming up. But so what's some other things that we missed this weekend? Oh, Sunday, Heather Effie, she started her
Yes.
show Here Now or Nowhere, which is a play on words. The nowhere is spelled with the here now, so if you put those, so it's a little play on words. So yeah,
just got that.
she's a school teacher, so
I didn't even
she
realize
caught that the minute she said it. She was like, "Yep, there it is."
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I was kind of wondering where the title came from.
Yeah. So if you're not here now, then you're nowhere. Great opening and intros and outros done by Rich. You just got to catch it. It's fantastic. Rich, he's a character. So
I know she seemed pretty happy about it.
Yeah.
I've got her Facebook page on there. I did not listen to it again. I was in chill mode this weekend, but
yeah.
she seems very happy with how it went, and it turned out pretty good. So I'm glad that worked out well for her. And I know we've got other people probably going to be doing shows here in the near future. I know we've been talking to some. I'm trying to get my show off the ground still. Still thinking about my 1 hour a week show that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know the only thing that's stopping it is me, I think.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it. I'm curious what it'll be. So any other past events? I think we had Privé, right? They had their pool party in Tampa.
They had the pool
Right.
party, and I thought they also had the rooftop too. They had a rooftop.
Was that this
Friday
past
night.
weekend?
I think so.
Okay.
Not 100% positive. I would say they had the rooftop on Friday, and then they had the pool party on Saturday. Let me jump over here to my Instagram.
Yeah, let me know.
There's that electric fence.
Yeah, you're
See,
in that
I'm telling
field
you,
again.
it's right. Let's right
There
there.
it is. No, stay out of it. So we also there was somebody else that had an event this weekend. I can't think of it right now. It was I just had it right on the tip of my tongue.
Never
too.
clear out your cache on your browser.
Oh,
people.
SRQ. They've been doing a lot of things over at Rafferty's in Sarasota. They have a new Thursday night at Henley. So 15. Yeah. Grab some coffee, man. Grab something to drink. Use the bathroom. Freshen up. Powder your nose. No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, brother. I mean, if they have coffee, I'll take a coffee. Yeah. Oh, just a little creamer. Yeah.
A little cream, a little
no
sugar. He likes it with
Mostly
cream.
creamer.
I don't know if you guys knew that.
Thank you. Stop it. You stop it. You stop it.
What? I'm being nice. I'm a funny guy.
You are. So so I mean, if anybody has any other events, don't hesitate to call in. Let us know what's going on around the town or even abroad. And things in Atlanta. We've got a lot of people in Atlanta tuning in. Big ups to our A&R over in Atlanta, Jay Honey. We appreciate you and everything that you do for us. We love you big time. So until then, we'll get into some topics. We have some really, really good things happening in the EDM scene. Clooney is playing a really, really big set.
I have a good topic. I'm sorry.
You have a good one?
No, go on.
He's playing one of his biggest sets in Los Angeles. We also have one of our artist who is Los Angeles based coming down here to play for our release party on not this Thursday but next Thursday. Is it this Thursday? No, it's next Thursday. Next Thursday we're doing a release party.
I'm not ignoring
for
you.
the compilation.
No,
you're good. You're good. For the compilation, I'm talking to the people.
Oh, I know.
It's me and the people.
They're probably looking at me over here. What's he doing? Like playing Tetris or something? Oh wow, that was a throwback reference.
Tetris?
Yeah.
Playing
Tetris
you think
or
kids
something?
don't know the Tetris now?
No. I'm not sure if they would get the reference if I said, "What do you think I'm playing Tetris over here?" Yeah. Anyways, go on.
Rachel Simone, she's coming from Los Angeles. She's going to be playing a set with us on Thursday. She just signed her track "Say What" to the compilation, which is going to be dropping on the Friday after that, probably while she's playing. So we're really, really, really excited about this compilation that's coming out. So she'll be down here in Los Angeles. Clooney is throwing his biggest set over there. So big ups to everybody in LA doing their thing, recuperating from those fires. I believe part of his show goes towards the helping the funds that are needed
Oscars
for
were
that.
last night too.
The Oscars were last night. I didn't catch all of it. I only caught a little bit of it.
I know that they one of the opening songs that were sung were who were the two lead actresses in Wicked? I'm drawing a blank.
Ariana Grande and I can't think of the other lady's name.
But she did a duet with the artist that wrote or sang that for the movie, I think, or something like. I'm
for Broadway?
No, not Adina Menzel, but I forget now. But they did a really good rendition of that. I watched the Wicked movie when it came out, but I'm not a huge musical kind of guy.
Cynthia Erivo, that's her. I didn't know that was her name. Erivo. Yeah, so we got Oscars happened. We had Clooney's playing his big show. So big ups to Clooney playing his big show. Claude Von Stroke is coming back. Did you hear about that?
Yes. Everybody's excited. By the way, Privy did have both a rooftop on March 1st and then also had the pool party at the Aloft in there in Tampa. We had our good friend Gio Leone playing the pool party.
Oh,
and
nice.
Several of our other
Meshi
friends.
played, I believe, too.
Uh-huh.
I think I saw her out there.
Yeah.
I saw a couple other friends.
Several of our friends there. And then their headliner for their rooftop sessions was Kafla.
Oh, okay. So, they had that same night?
Yes, that was the same night,
nice,
actually.
same night. Oh, okay. Tampa to St. Pete. Look at them. All right. So we had that. There was something else,
Wasn't
too.
there a Desire this weekend?
There was a Desire
our
in
good
Tampa.
friend Taylor Lace, I think.
Taylor Lace, yeah. Yo, those things look great. I love the big ring in the middle. I think that's dope. I think that's fire. It's very new to this area, so I think that's really good. Who was on there?
It was Cortez, Void, Raul Facio, and Nori, our good friend
Oh,
Nori.
no.
Yep.
Yes, that's right.
He started that and opened it up there. I was, I stayed, I'm sorry, guys. I was boring this weekend and stayed in all weekend, so.
We rely on you to be our on-site correspondent.
We were having a long conversation about my state of mind the past week or two, and I just, I'm just like, I just needed a break and just needed to stay home, and I haven't had a chance to get. I haven't been out. I haven't been bouncing around near as much.
I know.
As I usually do.
Me either.
I've been staying home because I got so many things in play, and I'm waiting for stuff. I I've got a lot of equipment on its way here, and I've told a lot of my friends and stuff about that. And unfortunately, the person I'm doing business with is dragging their feet, and that's been now. I'm going into my 9th week of waiting for that, so you can understand why I was having a small vent session there earlier.
I do.
But after a while, you just sometimes just everything. You're just kind of like, you know what? I just need to get some me time.
Break.
Me time in. Don't want to be around anybody. Don't want to talk to anybody. Just want to sit at home and watch movies.
Yeah.
So
I get it. 100%.
Sorry,
man.
I'm not trying to Shanghai the show here with my emotional problems. But
No, dude. You have way more patience than I think I would have had in this situation. Anyhow, though, that is fire.
Yes.
Desire. Is there a
And
way
that's really
can
the
you
only
share that with the
decoration.
people? Is that a way for you to share that with the people, or you don't have it?
No. Hold on. I think because I've got this fancy stuff over here that I did this
fancy.
one day, I can click on this and I can go like this, and then I can come over here. Again, sometimes we here we go. I want to click on this here and show you guys what he is actually doing. There we go. See, look,
Fire.
Isn't that crazy?
I love that. I love that.
Every time we do the show, we're upping our production a little bit, kids. I mean, I'm getting better and better, and we're all getting better and better. But as you can see, that is pretty much just about the only amount of lighting that
That you get
Taylor,
in the whole venue?
that has for these Desire events. I got a chance to actually see it in its debut. I went to a party that Taylor was doing, and it's a great concept, and he's pushing for that underground minimalist. Let's all just show up and be there, kind of the in the moment thing.
Yeah.
In the moment thing.
Yeah.
Which what one of our good friends, Jason Kitchen, posted on Facebook just recently. He posted a post from another artist about the popularity of our scene and the popularity of our music and the purpose of the underground scene in our music.
Okay.
And basically, it was an interesting take because I think as a scene we keep cycling through these emotions of, oh, now we're underground again. Maybe we're underground again, but oh, nope. We're just popular again, and we're just and in our scene, of course, our scene is ridiculously flooded with just hundreds of thousands of DJs. It feels like in the Tampa Bay area, but of course, it's the whole state of Florida, I guess.
Yeah.
Then of course we've got a lot of people that produce here, and it does tend to water the whole thing down a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you have a lot of DJs playing top 40 vanilla tech house or top 40 vanilla house. They're not really telling much of a story. They're not really thinking about what they're picking very much. And so, yeah, I feel like then you don't really have too much of an underground scene anymore. And then it just honestly kind of then we have a bunch of tech house DJs that are performing and spinning like a bunch of open format DJs. Like not the technique, but you understand what I'm saying?
No,
They're
I
all
get
playing
you.
the same music is kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Well, I mean, normally with popularity, because I think house is getting so popular in our area.
It is.
That's just going to happen. It's the same thing as when hip hop was popular. Everybody was playing the same, hip hop songs, and which
I want to be clear.
boring.
I wasn't necessarily saying that as a bad thing. I wasn't like
I think it's horrible.
Well, yes, playing the and this is where Beatport gets its bad rap. People are always like, oh, they're just playing Beatport tracks.
Yeah.
You know what though? The thing with Beatport, and most people don't realize this, is you get on Beatport, there is the top 100s, which of course we all pretty much go to. When I go out and spin a set, or when I spin a deep house set, I'm picking most of my tracks from the top 100 because those tracks are being selected by staff at Beatport or groups of people that monitor those, or of course, being filled with tracks who are paying the most to get them on Beatport and whatnot.
Yeah.
But if you go down from the top 100 right underneath that, then there's just genres.
Yeah.
And you expand genres, and then you click on tech house, and then you get this, and it just starts populating.
Yeah.
And I think the queue is something like 3,000 tracks in Record Box or something like that. These are all tracks uploaded in most recent to last or whatever, and they are the tracks that people are uploading or getting added to Beatport. They have not been sorted.
Yeah.
They have not been picked, but they've been labeled as tech house either by the computer or by the person that uploaded them.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, you get a lot of very interesting music there, and that henceforth is our crate digging, by the way.
Yeah.
You got a lot of the old heads out there that get all upset. Oh, crate digging in vinyl and blah, blah, blah. But but I'm like, sure. But you know what? If I spend 3 hours on Beatport in the genre section going through 400 tracks, and picking out ones that are not in the top 100
Yeah.
that are not being auto-selected for me.
Yeah.
I'm the one auto-selecting. How is that any different than regular crate digging?
No, that's crate digging.
That is crate digging.
That's
100%.
crate digging. That's what it is. And, you know,
We need to get off those little things.
yeah, the playlists and the crates are all cool. I get that, but I try to get outside of that a little bit so I can have a little fun. You know, it gets a little boring playing top 100.
Yeah. No, it
Stuff,
doesn't.
you
But
know.
sometimes you have
You
to.
got to touch it. It's
Yeah.
okay to touch it. I completely think it should be touched.
I tried to veer New Year's Eve and start playing some different things, and I started clearing the bar, and I was like, "Whoops, I got to go back."
Yeah.
You know, but then when I played my techno set 2 weeks ago, in between Tyrann and I Awake,
Yeah.
I drifted around between deep house, melodic techno,
Some rock and roll.
Yeah, and apparently, yeah, and a couple accidental genres in there. But somehow I managed to get through it and connect it all together in some way that I didn't lose everybody. But you know,
Yeah. No,
Sometimes-
it was a great set actually.
thank you.
Yeah, man. So
I'm sorry. Did I veer you off track? I forgot what we were even talking about. I'm so sorry.
no, it's okay. We were talking about Desire and the
yes.
underground feeling that he's giving back to the community,
Yes.
which is great for Taylor Lace. Big ups to you, man, and everything that you're doing. Keep going. Claude Von Stroke, though.
That's what it was. Jesus. Sorry. Jesus.
Claude Von Stroke
5 minutes later.
is not an idol for me, but like somebody that I think is really a person that has who I can look at as being a demonstration for, you know, Humble House. So when I see him doing some things like Claude Von Stroke comeback tour, Life of Leisure, I think that's going to be really cool because, you know, it speaks that, you know, he's never given up. You know,
Correct.
He's never given up. So,
So here we go. I actually am bringing that up right now.
There
his
it
Instagram.
is.
Now that I got my Instagram, like again, folks, do not clear out your cache. You got to log back in and everything. But yeah, so it's funny because about 2.5, 3 years ago, he said Von Stroke shelved or done or
Yep.
moving on.
Yep.
And then he was doing his oh shoot, what was this hip hop?
Barkley Crenshaw.
Thank you, Barkley Crenshaw. His
Yeah.
bass hip hoppy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, and now it looks like he's ready to come back and resurface with a little bit of his house sound and that deeper, bassier house stuff that we're kind of know him for.
Yep.
And it's nice to see because we're also seeing too, whether they are connected or not. A lot of people said that he has sold off interest in this stuff, but we're also seeing teasers about Camp In and Camp Out.
Yes. That's what I'm really excited about right there. Camp In and Camp Out is going to be, when they bring that back and they bring it back to Florida, I'm hoping Florida. I don't know. Did they ever do it in other cities or was it just Florida and California?
It was just California and Florida. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I can. I think we've got there's a Camp Out. Well, here's Dirty Bird Camp In, which is actually blank at the moment. So you always know that when they
yeah.
blank it out, then you
Yeah.
know things are going to be happening. So that's interesting. I have not noticed that. And then let's check out Camp Out and see what Camp Out's got. Dirty Bird Camp Out.
Okay.
And yes, it's still
Yeah, I think they
Oh.
are doing Camp Out this year.
6 new posts. Wait, is this it? Oh, there it is. Actually, I didn't realize that they officially had posted dates.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
when was this posted? This may have. Oh, it's saying like 4 weeks ago. So I'm just behind what's going on there. But as you can see, Dirty Bird Camp Out is back. Looks like July 18th through the 20th, 2025, and that'll be in California in the northern as part of the Northern Lights Music Festival.
Okay.
Cooks Valley Campground, Humboldt County.
You know, I've had some friends go, I think the last couple of years, and they said it was they rented like a van all together. And
Oh, you got some coffee.
That is what I'm talking about. Thank you, sir. If you guys don't know, this is Showtime in the building. What's up, Showtime? Thank you so much for coming, man. They can't hear you yet, but I just want them to know that we thank you for coming and bringing me a coffee. That is clutch. Clutch.
I can never come like empty-handed.
Nah, yeah, I feel you. No, we appreciate it, man. And which leads us, we're gonna hit our commercial break, And that, I don't know if the people noticed the black box that was there, but it was right in the camera the whole time. So, maybe they didn't know what it's for. They have maybe a surprise.
Man, I hope it is not a red button, because the last time I saw that in a movie, it ended up being a really, really bad thing.
I hope not. I don't know. You never know what's in the box, guys. But thank you so much for tuning in with us. That is our segment for the upcoming, or the recap. And when we come back, we are going to be talking with the esteemed Showtime, getting into his past, his future, and his present. We will talk to you guys right after this commercial break.
See you guys in a minute.
Imagine a music industry empowering independent artists.
Humble House Radio makes it happen. Join our mission.
Volunteer, collaborate, or join our dynamic team.
Share your expertise, time, or passion. Together, amplify artistic voices.
Gain valuable experience, network, and make a difference.
Email Humble House Records at humblehouserec@djketone.com or DM on social media.
Humble House Records, we make a difference.
Hey Houseology Live fam, Volume here with Ketone.
We're excited to share St. Pete Beach's best kept secret, Cabana Club Rentals.
Unwind in luxurious cabanas, umbrellas, and everything you need for the perfect beach day without lifting a finger. Let us do the work for you.
Book now at St. Pete Beach CabanaRentals.com. Use code Houseology15 for 15% off. I'm a little hot over here.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll back up a little bit so we're not so hot. What's up, Showtime?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. It's good to see you.
It's actually very surreal to just do this now. To get to that point where now you're chatting about your stuff and
Yeah.
getting on the mic and just discussing stuff. I love it.
Well, you've got some things for the folks. So, I mean,
You're fine.
Oh,
You're okay.
I had pushed like a button.
No. I'm getting you so you're not so hot.
Oh,
But I'm
I
bumps.
love it. Hey, you can't stop this hotness.
Well, with that tie on today, bro, when you walked in that door, I was like,
I love it.
but if you had walked in a pair of basketball shorts and a wife beater, I would have been done over. Sorry. I'm sorry.
You
I
just
derailed.
Rave Daddy likes ratchet. Rave Daddy's ratchet underneath. Y'all just don't know.
Sorry, guys.
But we got
Go
Showtime
on.
in the building, yo, guys. That I wish we had the claps. Wait, do you have the claps, Robin?
Oh man, but I'll have it in 2.5
Okay,
minutes.
perfect. I got
Yes.
I got to intro Showtime here in a second. All right, so guys, thank you so much for tuning back in. We are live on HumbleHouseRadio.com. This is Houseology Live, and we're at the Moxy. Big ups to Moxy. Thank you so much for letting us use your podcast room. If you guys are just tuning in, please like, subscribe, and ring that bell notification. And we're going to get into our interview with Showtime, which is my guy here. And we are going to chat with him about his future, the past events that he's been doing. He has been doing events around the Bay Area to promote his music, promote his brand, his groups.
There you go.
He's been doing so much YouTube videos.
The studio audience is clutch. I love
in
it.
the studio. Yeah, he's been in the studio. Showtime, thank you so much again for being here and being willing to express your artistry with us.
Absolutely.
I keep looking over here into this box. I'm kind of like,
We'll get to the box.
We'll get
to the
all
box.
right.
Yeah,
we'll get to the box.
No, but I've always told you this, right? How big of a pillar you are for the community, and to always have a conversation with you would be an honor. And it'd be let me just sit down with him, and then I could always go back and forth on what I would need to learn from you, and then what I could bring to the table, and then we could just expand on that. So more flowers to you and more power to you for everything that you do.
Thank you, brother. Show's not about me. Today is about Showtime. So we jumping into it, man. I know that you have been doing a lot. You've dropped some albums before. You've dropped music before. You've dropped recordings of DJ sets and beautiful venues and beautiful sceneries. You've put together private parties, with the different. I have to say different because in that way it's it deserves its so much respect because you're doing things that a lot of people aren't doing, and following. You're not just copying something. You're doing it for a reason, and that brings me back to your invitations with the club whatever symbol
Yeah.
on them. Tell us about that. What was that symbol that you used? Tell us why you did did the events that way. Tell us about how that went.
Yeah, so I think the idea comes from just first being the attendee into these parties as well, and for me, exploring my time with the different collectives that we have in Tampa Bay and the Bay Area and stuff.
Yeah.
I loved what Danielle had to do.
Danielle's in the building. It's all right.
She might be the person that kind of like elevated for my curiosity to grow more and more into what I really wanted to like kind of put together. Because, bring it back to even like Davis Island, which
Okay.
was the first ever time that we were like ever connecting. And this was just after a house party that like I got invited to, where I did not know anybody. I had just met Will Kaiser
Okay.
at a show that he did in Ybor. And we just became friends. And then the next time, like then a week after, he was like, I'm having a party at a friend's place. It was at the beach, but then rain came in, whatever. Anybody want to pull up? So not knowing anybody, like I just reached out to him, like, can I come through?
Yeah.
And I kind of just had the feeling I should bring my USB with me. So
You should always bring the USB with you.
So this is like me still starting like to just kind of go out there and like try to perform, like just
Yeah.
even DJ.
Yeah.
And I go into the party, and I'm knocking on the door, and nobody's opening the door because it's just loud music going on in this house, is like this friend's place. And I get in, and I'm like, well, I'm here. He's like, Showtime, what's up? And then he starts introducing me to our fellow friends like Rob,
Okay.
Dre,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, this is Showtime. And they're like, oh yeah, are you a DJ? And I'm like, yeah. Did you bring your USB? Yeah. They're like, all right, we'll get you onto the decks like in a couple of hours, like after these sets. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Pressure.
In like just the moment of like just entering to a party, and then somebody was like, we'll get you on the decks. I started freaking out. I start
You
freaking
sweated?
out.
You were sweating?
Oh my God, dude! At this point, I don't even know how to import music into like a USB.
Yeah.
It was just raw files, no record box knowledge,
okay.
nothing at all.
All right, here we go.
I started freaking out because I had a recorded set at the time, and I'm within that hour that I had to like go on. I'm like asking people like, hey, is it okay if I play a recorded set? Somebody told me, they're like, we'll know if you're playing a recorded set. So like, do your best, whatever you can do.
Yeah.
So I plug in my USB, and none of my files show up except for their name. So they were just ghost tracks.
Yeah.
I had no idea what that meant.
Yeah.
But because I had this entire set that I prepared, memorized to the best of my knowledge, because I've practiced it, for the next 45 minutes, I literally just played it by ear.
Okay.
And once I got off the decks, I was like waving to somebody. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Can you like,
Yeah,
whoever's the next person can come along? And I get off the decks, and the first person that greets me is Dre.
Okay.
Drees.
Yep.
And he just says, dude, that was one of the most beautiful, different sounding sets I've ever heard. And I was like, are you joking with me right now? Like, are you serious? He's like, no, I'm serious. And then another person comes in. He's just like, that was fantastic. And I was like, I had no idea what I was doing. What are you talking about? Like, and they were like, yeah, we heard nothing but like good things. And then I got connected with Tovi, and then, Davis Island happens. And the next thing you know, we're like up Ham Beach, and then we did Overboard, and like, yeah, from there, just everything just was like about growing my curiosity. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. I wanted to just try different things. And then rolling back into Club Whatever, it was an idea like way back just before COVID as well. It was about just bringing back to people who I truly shared the same enthusiasm for every single medium of art. It could be photography, it could be movie making, it could be putting together music. So the symbol, in fact, is kya in Hindi, which just means what.
Okay.
Simple as that. It's just like I was like, you know what? I don't want it to be anything that like just even speaks. It's the word what in Hindi, which is my native language. So it's just like I just ran with it for once. It was like done on Canva and like,
It looked amazing.
and then like I just kind of built on top of that. And then when I got back from India when I went out to India, that is when I first had the knowledge of like what it would be like to bring people together. Just seeing how people in India were like just so
That's what you're talking about right on the screen there?
that's it.
Yep,
that's
there
the
it
one.
is.
And people in India were quite fascinating because like the city that I come from is a dry state. There's no alcohol.
Is it the whole country's dry, isn't it?
No, so this is
Oh.
just this one state of Gujarat that
Okay.
I was born in, and simply the people like we do drink out there, but it's just for the elites type of thing. You could get like a bootlegger, and then like they would like get you the alcohol, whatever.
Shh,
you
don't tell
needed.
anybody.
Don't tell anybody. And of course the NRIs, which would be like the non-residential Indians.
Yeah, they look at y'all
we're
first.
Like, we're just flying in, so we would like go to the duty free, buy up a bottles, and since we're like driving in,
Yeah.
no one's checking us.
Okay.
So everything works,
Yeah.
right? The one thing that I learned in India was that like people got together for the love for just gathering, but for music as well,
Yeah.
and just to have a good time.
Okay.
And that's what transpired when I got back to Tampa, and I was like, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because the essential feeling with Tovi was that I was like, I never knew who these people were, but when we got together, it was more about just like we'd love meeting each other.
Yeah.
Every single time we met, it was always this idea that like, wow, it's so good to see you again.
Yeah, Tovi was always a vibe. Tovi was always like,
You're talking like it's past tense.
I'm
It's
waiting on the
still here.
revival of Tovi, okay?
Everybody,
That's it.
you know what? The OGs are waiting for a revival.
Yeah, they are.
They're just like, when are we doing something?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for something to just click.
Yes. Tovi was always a vibe, always friendly, always inviting. So
Always come as you are,
yeah.
and always just share your talent, because you never know what you are going to like until somebody shows it to you,
Yeah.
Yep.
right?
Yep. And your sound is very different. It's
Very different.
It's very cultured. If you've not listened to that kind of music before, it can catch you off guard for sure. And it's waves.
And I feel like it's gotten more techno-y as you've developed.
It has,
from when
for sure.
I first met you to the last
Yeah.
time that I actually had a show with Tovi and put one together with our team, because you ended up becoming a part of our collective, which it was one of those situations where we had started, it was the core four, and then Ketone and Showtime and Kaiza and all these people just started showing up, and everybody had something so different.
Yeah.
And when your sound came about, it was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. This is that area that we want to be in. And I remember Kyle Kinch heard you play over at The Nest, and he was like, okay. He's like, but I don't know if I'm ready for this yet. Like, I don't know if it's just not the time of day. I don't know, but it's something he said. He's like, I don't know if I'm ready for this yet.
Yeah.
And he's like, but I'm here for it. And he was so pumped up about it. And it was the biggest compliment that I think you could have received, which I don't even think you heard maybe until just now.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I was like, okay, Kyle Kinch likes the vibes. I'm here.
The Nest was definitely one of those places where I explored it, like sort of like to be more in an intimate setting, but I was able to be vulnerable, where I could just express what I truly wanted to put down onto those decks. Because all the other places, like we've done Pier Tiki, we've done so many other places where it's much more of an open space. But when we get down to the Nest, it's just you and the people that are there.
Oh,
the outside world just shuts
It's so
up.
intimate.
You just bring your most inner self out.
I'm getting goosebumps. Like,
Yeah, come
just
as you
talking
are.
about it.
Yeah.
Come as you are.
Yeah.
And at the Nest, I have experienced that with the XPS, like Collective, like every time they gave me that spot, and you've given me that spot at 12 a.m., I knew I was just ready.
You always push for that 12 a.m. spot. You're like, this is where I belong. And I'm like, you know what? You're not wrong. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, as you continue to develop into your music, that was one of those things that the 12 a.m. made more sense as you started getting into that techno side of it. DJ Volume on the house.
So,
I agree. Like my time's like 4 a.m. Like people think that's crazy, but like if I get put on, I love playing at like 4 or 5 specifically, and then that's when I'm going to be throwing down a techno set. And you're right, it's an activation point. You're like, that's where you want to play, and that's like you put me on at that point in time. The rest of my evening has been properly consumed to get me ready for that point. And I use the word consumed on purpose.
What do you consume?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, so they're absolutely right. Your sound has evolved. You know, we haven't gotten to the future yet. I keep eyeing that black box, but we're not there yet. We're not there
I
yet.
missed this part. I was on the phone on the way here, and then when I walked in, I was like, "This is a Showtime thing, right
This
here.
is Showtime.
This is Showtime."
It's a black. Actually, can we get that? Hold on, I'm gonna move that over here. We need that.
I have been watching since the beginning and so curious about this box.
Yes.
I can't wait.
It's Pandora's box. Can we open it
The
yet?
black box.
I
It is
love
a
this.
black velvet box.
The velvet's nice.
Yeah, right. It feels good.
and
He always comes in dressed so nice. It's your whole look
yeah,
is you are always dappered up to the nines.
To the nines.
I mean, today you're not wearing a tie. I think that I've seen you in a tie one time, but I think that night you still even like undid your tie
yeah,
to be like one of those looks.
yeah.
But you're always done up.
Sometimes it's honestly also a part of my everyday wear, so it just kind of like transmitted into the world that like I just showed up one day in a suit and I was like, this just kind of works. I didn't have to go out of my way to like change up my clothes or anything, but I feel so. I've been wearing suits for like 6 years now.
Look at that. I mean, look at Ketone all.
I had
know.
to.
Dappered up.
It's showtime.
You had to.
I
He's my
had
guy.
to.
He's my
I
guy,
should have
but-
just left my business attire on, and not changed today. What the heck?
He's my
I
guy.
had to. It's you got to dress up for showtime. You know.
I love that. But I as a I guess like an expression of just myself. I think definitely when I put this on, it's me.
Yeah, it's
Just me.
100% you.
It's
I
just
can
me.
tell. I've seen. You also have like really dope shirts. I think it's like some of your cultures, like attire.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
yeah. I wore that once to Saigon. I think
Yeah.
to the Burning Man
Yes.
show that we had.
Yes. Dope.
That
Dope.
was dope.
Dope.
So I've only ever seen you play 2 times. One at the Burning Man and then the other at House for the Holidays.
Yep.
And I felt so compelled to message you after it. I don't know
Wow.
if you remember, but I messaged you and Anna, and I was like, that was hands down my favorite set. The whole day, I was so stressed, and when you and Anna played, I was just like, wow.
They danced into your
Oh.
set. Her,
Yeah.
her mom, her family.
Wow.
They were
Yeah.
dancing to
Wow.
you guys' set.
Thank
It was
you.
amazing. Like,
Yeah.
Anna is. I have to give half of that credit, of course, to Anna because it's just somehow me and her just the way we talk to each other as well is just out of love.
yeah.
You know, we simply just want to put out as much as we can to bring that smiling energy to each other. Like, even if it's funny. Like, we talk about playing techno together too. And you know,
That'd be
she's
fire.
she's a butterfly. She's such a butterfly. But like, I would love to bring her to that dark side, just to be like, just you can still bring your happiness to it. But it's funny. Me and her are actually doing a back-to-back this 26th at Saigon on a Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So
March
Techno?
26th
yeah,
Techno?
at Saigon.
Techno, anyone?
Techno?
It's always techno now. It's always techno now. That's it.
yeah.
I don't know, man, because when we start talking about future Showtime, and we might not. We ain't gonna
His
talk about
production
techno.
is different. It's not techno.
Yeah,
His production is very
I
different.
know.
I live almost like 2 lives, kind of like
You do.
alias.
Alter
It's an
ego.
alter ego,
It
yeah.
is an alter
He's a
ego.
spy. You
It's
heard it
definitely
first
an
from me.
alter ego.
It's fun to have
CIA.
an alter ego.
Your late night with Showtime is definitely more expressive personally, and then in Club Whatever I get to kind of explore all different
that dark side.
Yeah, I just get to I express like all different sides of myself.
And you also have a huge fan club in India, thanks to your sister too.
Wild. It's
Really?
The funniest thing.
Have I sent that to you?
I know this. Yeah.
Okay.
You had to hear the
Tell
story.
us.
So my cousin is a very famous Indian actress.
Okay.
She's done TV shows. She's about to sign for a movie as well, and she's done multiple videos that have touched like tens of millions of views and stuff.
Oh wow, love that.
She's worked with T-Series, which are like biggest, record labels out in India. And one time she was approached, or she was called out to Indonesia to their TV network just to promote their show because it suddenly became a hit over there.
Okay.
And she's like, and I was in India at the time, and she's like, do you want to go to Jakarta with me for like a month? And I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, absolutely, I'll go. And then I get there, and her fans saw me with her.
Yeah.
And I was just taking that opportunity to just be there in that space. And like, there were other artists as well. Like there was a dancer who had won Dance India Dance, which is like a dancing competition, and he was the winner of it. But they were bringing him to the network. And nobody knows this, but I can actually dance.
I know this.
Like I could seriously get down.
Yeah.
So at that time, I was like, we were just hanging out in the green rooms. I was like, hey, do you want to just come up with a dance choreo like really quickly and record it? And within 15 minutes, we recorded a video together. And the fans that were there, they became like this like fans of me. And now I had a fan page called Showtime Shaw Fan Club.
I love
And
that.
I was like, what?
No
And
way.
and the person who created that Instagram account
yeah.
took a picture of me, hand drew a sketch of me, and like posted it. And
Oh,
she was
wow.
like doing all of the things. So she would post my writings and like my pictures and stuff. And I'm like, whoa, this is very surreal. Like
Showtime.
Like I
Wow.
I don't understand the idea of fans, but like because I've always like
All you need is
That
one.
must feel
all
good.
I need is one.
You need just one good fan.
That's it.
We also
That's
need
it.
those dancing videos.
Or you
Oh my
can give
God.
us some dance moves. Right
Yeah, do you want to
now.
like show us some dance moves on our break? Maybe teach us something.
No, but for real.
That's
No,
been a while. That's
seriously.
You
been a
did
while.
teach me some dance moves though when we were at
What
the
kind
celebration.
of dance?
So I would say that's freestyle more than
Okay.
likely. So if it's Bollywood, it's not really Bollywood, the changing of light bulbs. It's actually like freestyle dancing, right? So the choreography,
Pat the head, turn
Yeah.
the knob, pat the
the choreography could get into like a little bit of the hip hops, and then like it's a mixed genre, right? So
Yeah.
I have done it all. Because like I say this because like not a lot of people know all of it, right? Because I even got the name Showtime. It's because in middle school at the talent show, I was the first performing act in front of my grade school, like middle schoolers, and I danced on a Bollywood song, and they were like, we need a name for you. Because they love
Wait, what city? Where were you?
Toronto.
Oh, you blew their minds.
I blew their
bet.
mind. Dude, dancing on a Bollywood song in front of like multicultural people.
Yeah.
They were like, what is this?
Yeah.
We love it. And because I
Now
got
Toronto's filled with the Indian culture.
yeah, Indians, there were Jamaicans, there were
Yeah.
every type of person, right? And they loved it so much. I felt good to be on a stage and a performer. Grade 9, I performed again. Grade 10, took off.
Yeah.
Like me and my 3 boys, we did the whole choreography of 10 minutes with like Jabberwocky masks.
All right.
Like we killed it. I was the
Where are these videos?
Oh my god, on YouTube. I'm gonna have to circulate this. If this circulates, it's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we got to
We're
see
gonna
these.
have to find it.
We got to see these.
And then it's like I was always can't believe I'm saying this. I was like kind of like the sweetheart, like little, like just the handsome boy. So I always did like the cute gimmick stuff for the girls.
Yeah.
Like the body rolls and stuff like that.
You were up there doing the
Oh
little.
Lord, these girls would
And
go
I'm sure
crazy.
they would scream probably at the
Scream.
top of their lungs.
Top of their lungs.
And I had the same problem in high school.
Yeah.
And I say that confidently now because like I had to get comfortable with that fact. There's a lot of me right now, I could truly say. I went through a very big shift for the past 2 years, and I had to get comfortable with who I am and how I've been living my life.
Yeah.
It's could be the family problems that I went through and the expression that I wanted to do, and like the way I wanted to perform on the decks and like producing music. Now it's almost as if like I had to overcome all of those things.
Yeah.
You know, even the death of my father.
Yeah.
It almost had to like evolve me into the person that I am now, and it's almost like a click has gone off, and I'm here.
Yeah,
Right?
I can tell.
I'm
My
wanting to-
condolences too, by the way.
You definitely have developed so much just from when I first met you. How many years ago now? 5 years ago now?
Yeah.
Oof. But especially the last couple of years with your father's passing. And I think it was you stepping into your own. I think you were definitely a bit more
Humble.
trying not even
Humble
just
and
I think
shy.
you just almost maybe like muted in a sense where you were there, you still had a strong presence, but I think what you were doing was you were just kind of standing back and just waiting for your time, and now is your time. And I don't know if your father's passing had anything to do with it, but you had to really step up as the man in your family, and I know that the people around you are also a leader within the friend group.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where we look to you. We're like, hey, what are we doing tonight? What are we doing tomorrow? What are we doing this way? And like, we're planning different birthdays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you've even like put together different random events that it's
Yeah.
just like, hey, I want to bring people together. So definitely you've taken into that leadership position as a person.
And excuse me, I saw that where like the people that really were the pioneers of, you know, me meeting for the first time out here, like with you, with Danielle, with all of our people, right? Like, I just felt like I wanted all of those people back together.
Yeah.
Because the energies that we shared about growth and like wanting to see something different, that was kind of at a stall because we kind of like dispersed in that manner, right? And it is not to say that we can never come back, but it may have been just with time,
Yeah.
we could find other ways and cultivate that one more time.
Yeah.
Right? It could be in the route of the club, whatever.
Yep.
It is growing to be where the place is not about, I'm just putting on gigs. I'm sorry to say it's not just going to be a gig. Sometimes it's going to be where I'm just going to call you guys over for dinner. But that dinner is going to be such an experience. Where it is
That's what you
everything-
create our experiences.
It
That's
is very much
Club
what you do.
whatever is
You
more
go
of an
to
experience
Yep.
than you're just coming in and sorry to say just plugging in a USB and like playing. And again, love the gigs. I go to them myself. But I think it is just my own ask of wanting more out of
Yep.
it. It is more of people coming in and dressing up and like wanting to just outlandishly like just showcase themselves.
Yeah.
Because there's individualism in every single one of us that I would like to just highlight every single time.
It's art.
Yeah.
And that's what I've liked. And that's why I say that your events are very much, they deserve so much respect because, again, you create the experience and not just the moment, you know, and that's a big difference.
Yeah.
And I'll say it all time and time again. There's too many people doing the same thing or following somebody doing something that's different, but you aren't.
Yeah.
You aren't. And big
No,
ups to Club Whatever.
You know, we were kind of talking about that earlier, right?
Yes.
You know, how everybody doing the same thing in the
Yeah.
beginning and
Yeah.
everybody playing like the same music and
Yep. Yep.
and that, yeah, it's good. It's definitely better. It's nice when you have something that kind of sticks out
Yeah.
than that.
Because you have a thing, you
Yeah.
know, and nobody can never take that from you.
And I honestly would not be anything without the people in the room and as well as the people outside because of
Oh
their
shit,
ideas.
you don't need us, man. Get
No,
out of
I
here.
need every single one of you guys.
I think all you needed was just that push, that to be who you are.
Yeah.
And I remember you kept on asking every time when we would have an event, what do you want me to play? What should I play? What should I do? And I was like, just
Just
play.
do Showtime.
Just
Be
do
you.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
and that was the biggest thing that I think Tovi we really wanted to create, and you embraced that too. So then when somebody would come to you and ask you that same question, what should I play? You'd be like, just play you. And
Yep.
that's why I love Anna and the fact that you two partnered together for House for the Holidays, because two very different
Yep.
genres of music, but she got to be who she was, and you got to be who you were,
And it
the
meshed
two-
so
I was
fucking
so
well.
Just
well.
yes,
So
it was
well.
So
perfect.
well.
Yeah.
I have goosebumps from it still. So
So well. So with that being said,
The box.
the
the box.
the box. We must
Please
get to
show
this
us.
black velvet box here. It feels so good.
Yeah. So
I just want the box.
the box is it's a very personal thing. I have been working on an album myself. It's a 10-song album that I have curated over the course of 5 years now.
Wow.
And
I have
it
the chills.
is almost as if each song deserved for time to mature for it to like then be coming together into this box. And the dark black box is in fact my first ever journal that I ever wrote. So in that black notebook, which I called the dark black box, I was writing words that were just painted with beautiful colors. So everything that was encapsulating inside of a darkness had so much color into it. And that's when the album came apart, because I found the medium of expressing it through the music. And that's what this is. In fact, this came to me, not gonna lie, over the course of 5 years, I've been looking for something like this to just land onto my hands. And I found this 2 months ago. I just walked into a store, and the first thing my eyes landed on was this box. So it was almost as if like this, I was searching for it,
Yeah.
and this was looking for me.
Yeah.
And as I open this, you have the chance of picking out a chit from inside of it. And that would be one of the titles of the songs that are on the album. And whatever you pick out for yourself is a song that is designated for just you.
I love that.
I love this so
I love
much.
that.
We'll start with Ketone.
Oh, I'll go
Wait,
first.
we're all gonna pick.
I already have my
You
favorites.
call this a chit? What is a chit?
It's a piece of paper.
It's
Okay,
a rip,
thank you.
a
This
rip
is your
piece of
fate,
paper.
though, babe.
I love it. I love it. See, a lot of people don't know though that I know.
And you picked out a sticker.
I got a sticker.
But there is a piece of paper in there too. You'll feel it.
Oh,
Yep. No. Did you?
I did.
No way.
What?
No
Your
way.
favorite one?
That's awesome.
My favorite one.
Wow,
Sitting in front
so
of the
it's so
bot.
meant to be.
It's so meant to be. So like
Yo.
Ketone has
This is crazy.
has heard the album 2 days ago, and he heard it from like start to finish.
I
And
did.
His favorite song was the one that he just picked out right
Sitting
now.
in front of the
That's
bonsai tree at
wild.
1 a.m. Yo, so this song is, I'm gonna say it is probably one of your best songs on that album.
Wow.
That I think for hands down, I'm excited. I'm excited for you and
That's
for where
beautiful.
you're going with your artistry, man. This is wow.
This is not a coincidence. Like you can't make this up. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like,
And right before you picked it, you said, "I already have my favorite."
I already know my
Exactly.
favorite. I was gonna say it and
So-
everything too.
I have not heard this album.
Oh man. So this album is gonna be fire. Fire.
All right, I'm nervous.
You'll pick out a sticker as well, and you'll get a piece of paper with that.
Oh, a sticker.
Got a sticker.
I'm looking.
No.
Am I close?
No.
It's
chit,
a mystery
baby.
box now. There's a hole in the bottom.
Here. Right here. Got it.
I got my in a box.
Oh my lord! I was not going that direction, but
Living
after I
in
stated it, I
darkness.
said,
Ooh, living in darkness.
Oh, do you not want us to say the names?
Living in darkness.
Oh, okay.
That's a good
Living
one.
in darkness.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Oh, what'd you get?
What'd you get?
Speed featuring
"All right, sticker."
Rory Star.
Speed is good.
I love
It's a good
Speed.
vibe.
Not the drive.
You gotta watch
You
it,
heard
man.
it here first, folks. She loves speed.
Why do
Someone
I
get this
say
girl
things?
some
Everything
speed.
comes out so wrong when I say things.
My God, I'm not gonna say that title. That's my entire life.
No, say it.
No,
say
absolutely not.
Say it. We gotta say it.
It's like a bad fortune cookie.
Tell me.
The title is Sorrow.
Sorrow. Well, listen, that's still a good song on the track on the album, so you're good.
Or if you flip it upside down, what does it say?
It's
Morose.
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 Tomorrows.
I think morose
I
is a
love
word, actually.
this. I can't wait to listen.
This album is fantastic. I'm gonna be the first to tell you guys this album is fantastic. It is a journey.
Pick the blank sticker, too.
You get the blank sticker?
That's some sorrow right there.
Oh, my God.
That's perfect. It does.
Oh, Robbie.
Oh, my Lord.
Happy
Like,
little accident.
You never
Oh,
know
my
what you
Lord.
never know what you're gonna get. You put that in her black light.
You know, I don't even open fortune cookies anymore because I was like, this is more of a suggestion. It's not really a fortune.
How did you get that?
That is crazy.
I know. A blank sticker and sorrow. That's my life in a
Wow.
in a nutshell right there.
Maybe that just means something.
It means I should stop DJing. That's what it means. I should just get out of here.
Get out of here.
Don't
Finally
make me-
move to the Bahamas and build
love
boats
it.
like I've always wanted
There
to.
you go. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
That's a
That
plan
doesn't
B.
sound sorrowful.
That's a good plan B.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's bananas, bro.
I would love. I don't know if we're playing music or on the radio. Are we? I would love to just send it and be like, "There you go."
Well, we have the
Yeah.
music that plays on the website.
Yeah, I mean we're on the .com, but we don't want to give that away, bro.
That is true. That is true.
This
Yeah.
album is very valuable. I don't care who you are. I'm telling you right now, you better get your $1.29
You heard it
fucking
here
ready,
first.
and you better go buy one of these tracks because you're missing out. You buy the whole album. Put
From?
12, 13 bucks. Well. Pre-orders are going to be out soon. But I think we have decided that Showtime is going to be in our artist development program for the year. And we are going to help him put his... We got any rires? We got any claps?
Hold on. Jeez. You gotta preface me just a little bit more. There it
know.
goes. There we go.
Showtime.
Takes a minute.
Yes, give it up, everybody. Showtime is going to be in our artist development program. We are going to help him take this album to the next level, where we know it deserves, where it will benefit the most. Because, dude, these songs are amazing. I can't believe I pulled this still.
I am
still
still
surreal. It's still-
upset. I thought we were on better terms.
He loves you, okay?
At least
I
you
love
got a
you
sticker.
way more.
You know,
he loves you, okay?
I understand why
got
you
a
didn't
sticker.
share it with me, because you knew there's a special time when you're going to share it with me.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
I'll let you
Force.
have that. I'll let you
Yes.
have that.
Exactly. It's almost as if like right now the timing is just like I want to package it so well for the listeners as well. Like, and the listeners are just my friends, and I truly, it's only Ketone's business mind that elevates it to the level of like we need to product this and do that. And initially, I kid you not, I only even made music. It's because I got bored of other people's music.
Oh, I feel you.
Literally,
I feel you.
I was in a phase where I was like, anything I do, I wanted it to be my own.
Yeah.
I started buying basic tees and writing on them because I didn't want to buy H&M graphic tees.
That's great.
And this was like, I was like 21. I had just moved to LA, and like, and it had nothing to do with the LA scene. Like,
Yeah.
we had just moved from Toronto to LA, and had no friends, nothing. But like something just clicked in me. I'm like, I just want to do this on my own. And I don't know if you know this, if I've ever told you this story where how I even started making music on what device. It was on a GarageBand on an iPhone.
All right.
I was just using Apple loops, and I
Okay.
made my first song through that.
Yeah.
And then the best university is YouTube.
I
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about YouTube
Oh, yeah.
University. YouTube
Best
U.
university YouTube is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And I started watching people who used GarageBand, but the next level is Logic.
Yeah.
So I'm watching all these guys use Logic, and they're producing music, and I'm like, well, I don't have the money for a MacBook right now. I have a HP laptop, can't really do. I don't want to use Fruity Loops because I'm already on GarageBand. I go to Apple. I buy a MacBook. I make a song and return the MacBook before the return policy. And I upload the song to SoundCloud. And I would have nothing just but the file that I uploaded to SoundCloud. And I did that for 10 months straight.
You use the
And I
Super
made
Bowl
10
TV purchase program for.
And I
That's
made
funny.
I made 10 songs like that
Hell yeah.
until I saved up enough for the laptop that now has been retired, or it's gonna kind of go into a museum. I still have it, but like
Yeah.
What a story.
That's hilarious.
And then I got the laptop that I like made almost all of the music that we have right now on ourselves. So I think it was just that one curiosity, and I have to give a shout out to Rebecca, who is my ex-girlfriend back in LA. She was the one who introduced me to lo-fi music.
Okay.
And that was what I made first.
You have lo-fi on there on the album too.
Exactly. So
Love
I made
lo-fi.
lo-fi because I kind of understood it because it was so low BPM.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's a drum break, and then there's pads and keys, and okay, like just I was able to always produce some things as like pieces.
Yeah.
I would never call myself a musician because I have no idea how to play an instrument, but I knew how to piece a thing together.
I call that a musician.
I call that an artist.
We're an artist
There
too.
you go.
Yeah.
So I guess, and I always looked at them in a way where I was scoring a movie in my head.
I love
like,
that.
One of the songs that I have on my tape, the first ever tape I made, which is just titled
A
Late
tape?
Night.
Like an A-track?
Yeah, a track. And it's called Late Night with Showtime. The first.
Robbie goes, what?
Were you even alive when 8-tracks were out?
Okay.
No, probably
Do we
not.
want to? Are we doing age comparisons? I'm an old soul. I do know what Atari is. Okay.
But it was lo-fi music, so they call it lo-fi tapes, I guess. And the first track is called Risky 3 a.m. Text. And it is filled with just nuances of like this person's walking on a beach, and you could hear their like feet like just going on the sand, and there's waves in the background, and you hear a text going out, and then the music starts. So it's in my head, I kind of like already had the visual, and I was scoring a movie.
Yeah.
In
I love that.
manner, but I was doing it in an audio format.
And the music, yeah.
So, and it just began from there. And one of the turning points in my music production, I have to say, my sister was like, you should take Kaigo's masterclass. And I was like, I don't really want to because, I'm doing it my way.
Yeah.
She's like, just do it. It'll elevate you. And I took the class, and I learned how to, like, bridge the gap between not knowing what you're doing and just piecing things together to having structure.
Yeah.
And my whole music just changed. Like now I was looking at music production in a way where like this is this and this should go here and then mastering. So where it was, I would say it's innocence of just piecing something that I just really wanted to do to now being like so structured and being like, this is your break and this is your drop and this is your, and from then on.
But you haven't lost your creativity in that manner.
Correct.
There are a lot of people, and myself included, have lost my creativity in learning the technique.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm slowly finding it back.
I dial it down by just kind of removing. So rather than being a producer, I became a reducer. I don't know if you've ever heard that. Rick Rubin said that.
Yeah, I do.
I've heard when you start learning so many things, you start implementing 10,000 things.
That's what Quinn was just talking about too.
Yeah.
Same thing.
We run into that problem every single time because you're like, now it's missing this. Let me just add more. Let me just add
Kiss.
more. Let me just
Keep
add more.
it super simple.
Simple.
Yeah. Stupid simple.
No, you're not supposed to say that word. That's not politically
can't
correct.
say stupid?
Don't say stupid.
Why?
Super simple.
But there's stupid things in this world.
Right.
Wait, are you serious? You can't say stupid anymore?
There's stupid people in this world.
I'll call it. Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm calling it how it is, baby.
Yeah.
There's stupid people in here.
Programming is very similar to that fact too. You find your own path, the own way you like to write programs, and you will meet 100 other programmers, and 99 of them will do it some sort of weird, different way than you did it. But you'll pick about every 12th programmer something that you like or that you bring on that helps shape who you are.
Yeah.
When I first started DJing, I told everybody that that the DJ that I am now is about 50% me and 50% all the other people that's taught me something about how to DJ. All of my other DJ friends that I learned little bits and pieces or walked up and said, have you ever tried this or did it that way? And I consider the skill level that I'm at where I'm a DJ, and I think I'm an okay DJ, that from because I've got a lot of great friends. They're talented friends that have shown me all those little steps.
Yeah.
So that's something like, as passionate as you are about music, that's something to keep in mind too. You might listen to Kygo's masterclass, you might listen to Armin van Buuren's masterclass, and you might take one or two things out of there, but that's still shaping your path in the music you write, and it becomes a part of it. It's very, when I say this stuff, and I don't oftentimes get too emotional about things like this out in the open, but that I've always been really emotional about. Like when I DJ because I want to make all my friends that have given me advice proud and make sure I'm a good DJ.
Gotcha.
When I get up there, I never fuck around. Like I'm never like, I'm just going to fucking play today and just who gives a shit.
Yeah.
Because if any of my friends know or anybody out there knows that I learned something from this guy or that guy, and that if I fuck it up in that, I feel personally responsible about that. And I want to make sure, because it is a part of me, like you were saying, how you develop your music.
And that is exactly why I kept asking all of those times where I was like, should I play this? Are you okay if I play this?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I
It's
feel
because
you.
it was just out of the respect that like I didn't want to be just coming in hot and being like, I know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna play. I was like,
You're so humble.
I was just, I wanted to make sure that the spot that you've given me, I wanted to honor it the right way and not just go off the rails and just be like,
I'm in
I'm gonna just do
150
my...
BPM.
Yeah. I'm here.
Because honest to God, I'm not gonna lie, I ran into that trouble in India. Whoa, it was like my first show out in India, and I thought I'd pretty much like know my thing at this point. But it was also advice to me that it was a techno show, and there were just two people that were playing, me and the headliner.
Okay.
So I knew, like, I guess, like at this point, knew how to open for somebody, but because the night was kind of like short, I thought I had to bring it up to speed.
Yeah.
And I guess I left the person at 140.
Yeah.
And I thought that was okay because it's a techno show. Like, it was like dark lights, red lights. Like, it was just,
Yeah.
it was Halloween.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
a
like,
show.
That should be okay.
It's
I
a
would
show.
think that would be okay.
So I left the girl at 140, and then she performs. Everybody liked her. But I kid you not, my friends that were in the crowd, they were like, can he play again? And I played another half an hour set after her.
Oh shit.
Because then they were like, well, we want more of him.
Yeah.
And then, because the person who like asked me to play,
Yeah.
she kind of let me know that like that wasn't, like if you go to Goa, if you go to Mumbai and like you do this, they'll never fucking call you again. And I was like, whoa, what did I just do? And I felt like very
That's weird.
like bad about like what I had done. So I learned that I'm like, I guess in an opening act, you have ethics and you have consideration and all of that.
Right.
And I kind of like have ran into the trouble of here, like it happened to me once.
Here?
Yeah, it happened at the Burning Man one. It was almost as if like it was my time, but then somebody else was like bumping into us.
Oh yeah.
So it was like it's more
yeah, that
just
was,
consideration. Like
Yeah.
I always want to never overstep anybody, because everybody has their time to shine. Everybody should have that time to shine, and then it's almost as if like you don't want that to happen to yourself.
Yeah.
So you give that back out.
Yeah.
So
No, you definitely you're Showtime, man. You call it Showtime, okay? You put the fucking show in time. The show is on your time.
yeah.
No, man, I get you 100%. That Burning Man show was just whacked. We'll never do one like that again, but not quite like that. It would have a little more structure.
more structure,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was just a lack of structure on our end.
But it was fun.
It was fun. It
Yeah.
was a fun time.
Yeah, I had fun. I wore my Indian outfit. So I
140.
was like, I was feeling
It was fun.
great.
140 at a techno set as an opener.
2 BPM short of what
I
techno
was gonna
is.
say 144 is like
Yeah.
the sweet spot.
But
And then up to 150 and such.
You know, there was a
so-
conversation on Facebook one time about openers and how they should play and how they should open. And yeah, you should be weary of who you're opening for. And yeah, you don't want to outplay your headliner on purpose per se. But if you're a headliner and your opener goes on and maybe he brought it a little bit more than what you really were ready to go for when you get up there, then play better.
Yes.
Then get up there and play. You're making $400,000 a year and have all these tracks on Beatport and everything. Tough shit. The opener kind of outshined you a little bit. So you can't do better than that.
Hard. Yeah,
well,
bring it hard.
Then that's the other side of it is that you prep for this, right? A lot of, especially as a headliner, you're there prepping for it.
Yeah.
And unless you're conversing with the opener and knowing what they're going to be playing, you can't really set the expectation. So are you really going to be upset?
Exactly.
Like, shut your mouth and sit down.
Yeah, that was probably on the promoter too. Just like, man, they probably don't even know what they're talking about, or they're just jealous. I wouldn't even take
One or
that
the other.
That's more so the jealousy aspect of it. They're like, well, I
100%.
definitely did not.
She
I
had
prepped.
the hots
I
for me,
prepped.
so it's okay.
She had the hots for you.
She had the hots for me, so it worked out in the end.
Perfect.
So actually, speaking of, I know that we're about 10 minutes till, but I want to ask one question.
Go for it.
If I can.
Go for it.
How do you prep for your music? You're gonna tell me you like smoke hookah or something, and get into a meditative state.
Prep for a
Set for like even getting into the studio to start recording, like anything the music wise that you're doing.
My proper routine, I would say I need the latest time in the night. I would say like around the 3 a.m., 4 a.m. mark is when I really I like the quietness of the world at that time.
Yeah, I love it.
And that's when I just don't have anybody either on my phone or around me, and I'm just in my...
Everyone thinks you're asleep.
Yes. And personally, I think all things for me always happen as a happy accident, just as this did. It's more about I truly am not the most unorthodox person ever. I kid you not. And that's with giving respect to the people that do the art form to its truest beauty, and like they're on the SoundCloud just looking for music and stuff. For me, it just so happened it just comes like I'm on the YouTube rabbit hole, and then like I just land on somebody's 2,000 plays song, and I'm like, this is really good.
So you just go head first.
Yeah.
And is that kind of your tip for everybody else? Like just go in and just see what happens, because you'll have happy little accidents.
My tip would be, I've experienced this where I've tried to find music where I was going to play and the other person or the audience was going to like it, and it did not work out for myself. Mm-hmm. I would say go in with the intention that you at first love this song enough to play the song.
Yeah.
And that would emulate through yourself when you're playing it.
Yep.
And people are going to like it anyways.
Yep.
Because you're presenting that song.
Love
You're
that.
performing that song. So I always go in that intention that like I come first, and then with the respect of what the stage is and where the environment is, then the audience comes next.
Yeah. Very good, man. I love that. I love that answer.
So where can people find you?
Well, Late Night with Showtime on Instagram, but also Club Whatever. It's invite only, so you have to be selected. We do have a lakeside gig coming up that we've put together for 3 of our favorite artists. We'll be more than happy to send you guys the invites as well. It's on March 22nd.
Okay.
2 p.m. onwards. And we've done this last year with Drees and Second Chances, Eric.
Oh, yes. Okay.
We're bringing them back onto that stage. And then now we have joining Dahlia, who is Dolly Ganja. She's an amazing...
Oh, your girl Dahlia. I want to meet her.
She is amazing. Like, I cannot tell you more about her, because the expression that she does of herself needs to be highlighted all throughout. Her dressing, her art. She does a stick and poke tattoos as well.
Ooh.
All of her tattoos self-done.
Oh, wow.
She's also actually tattooed my bicep with the Club Whatever logo, and I got that done from her, and it's just one of the most beautiful tattoos I've ever gotten. So she's going to be on that stage. She brings a very different and very just her own style. More talking about her, honestly, I was thinking about designing a show after her, because she emulates this feeling of feminine energy. And it was just an idea about just having a show that was going to be female only. even I wouldn't be there, but I would set up the stage for her and the women that would be there to then
right.
express themselves.
I got wigs.
So I have those
I'm
three
just
joining
saying.
me.
Said, yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, I don't have wigs. My daughter's got wigs. I'll
You have to
take
shave
one of
that
her wigs.
beard. Unless you
I
have,
was
like,
going to say I didn't take you
PCOS
as a
or
wig kind of guy, but
But I have those three joining us on the 22nd, and I'm sure you guys will get the invite.
the flyer's up there,
Yeah,
yep.
we just posted about it this morning.
That's
That's
dope.
that.
Okay, wait. I think I just saw her name. Is she performing somewhere else recently?
She
soon?
did Dyke Night in St. Pete.
No, she's got something else coming up with Rat Galactic, I think. And anyway, I was curious. I had just saw that name, and I was like, "Who is this? I've never seen this person before."
She's nowhere close to techno.
Okay.
She's very like Afrobeat and like very freestyle.
Okay.
And I love that about her.
The 22nd, right?
Yeah,
Perfect.
correct. So we've been doing shows or she's been hosting. She has this residency at a diner, Pickford's, which
Okay.
is where we do the morning shows basically, and
Yeah.
those have been blast. That grew from like 5 people to like 20 in the matter of like 2 months.
Love that, man.
Just every Sunday, she's been holding that down for a while, and we've been able to. I've performed there once, and then the rest I just kind of help her put it together.
Yeah. All right. And the people can find you at Late Night with Showtime.
Yeah.
Where's that fan club page? What's that called?
We'll keep that on the down low.
Why, man? You got to get your fans growing. You got to send them there.
It was like it still has the old username that I used to have, so that's probably not gonna be like somewhere
right.
to be found. But
all right. You got to create a new fan page if you're a real fan.
oh yeah, it's gonna come.
It's going to be in his threads. Don't worry.
Guys, you just had a fantastic interview by Late Night with Showtime, a.k.a. Showtime, also a.k.a. Club Whatever. You just got to hear about how he was starting in the industry. You got to get a little behind the scenes on the black box here, the dark black box
How
here.
many more are in there? You said there's 10, right?
10.
Yep,
Okay.
10 total songs.
So we had that 4 drawn today.
Yeah.
5.
No?
4.
Six.
4.
Four.
4.
6
Sorry.
more to go, but we'll keep that a secret.
Yeah.
The best one, I
Little peep show.
I love the fact that Ketone picked out the song that he loves so
I
much.
can't. I'm still
I'm still
I'm
shook
still
by
in
it. Like I
shock.
can't take that out of
Out
my
of
head.
all of the songs that are in there, I got
And
this
then we
one.
got Robbie over here picking sorrow in a blank.
And a blank
I
eye.
truly hope you love that song.
it does seem to best fit me lately, anyways. But so it's fine. It's fine.
It will be a good. It's a good song.
I told you every one of my
Great album.
fortune cookies have been awful in the last like 3 months, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Mindset.
Not gonna lie, like this has been truly fantastic. I truly love you guys. Like
We love you.
what you
Love
guys
you.
do
Back at you,
Oh,
bro.
thank you.
and how you guys bring everybody together. Again, just their voice out and like promote every single collective as well. Like it's not like you guys are just promoting one collective as well. You make sure that everyone knows what's going on in the scene.
Yeah, we do our best, man. Thank you
And
for
that's exactly that, this is for.
Yep.
And I love that.
Yep. Well, thank you for coming on. We love you too, brother. Late Night with Showtime, guys. Make sure you check him out on all social media platforms. We will have a short commercial break.
We're
No,
just gonna go.
We'll just wrap it.
We're gonna wrap.
Yeah,
Did we
we'll
talk about what's happening
quick-
this
yeah.
No, let's do
Thursday?
it. Yeah,
Quick
let's do it.
touch on what's coming up this week. Yes.
Yep.
First Friday.
First Friday, we
Oh
have
my gosh,
Concrete
First Friday.
Jungle
Gonna be
upstairs,
fun.
downstairs. That is going to be freaking amazing, guys. We have Nicole Fialo from Miami, actually from New York, but both Miami and New York. She's been traveling around. She's a fantastic DJ. So if you don't know anything about her, check her out, Nicole Fialo.
She was supposed to be at our Overboard, but she couldn't make it.
Really?
Really?
Wow. Yeah, she's fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
she couldn't make it.
MNX, so you got to come out there and check her out.
Yeah.
MNX is going to be closing the night. Alejandro is going to be opening the night downstairs. Upstairs, we've got 1-800 Collective Crew, Protect,
go.
Gio Leone, Mind Collective, and Essential Freaks are going to be up there. It's going to be a night. You guys have no idea how excited I am about
Sounds like a
Friday.
fire night.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And then what else we got going on? Oh, the Miami Music Week compilation. We have 21 tracks on that compilation this year.
That's on the 26th,
Great. I
right?
love that.
Well, that drops on the 14th, and then we'll have the
stage.
Miami Music Week compilation party on the 26th in Miami at Miami Velvet.
That's
At Miami
beautiful.
Velvet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's gonna be exciting, and then Sam and I will be DJing at Foxhole as This Is Fun under Tommy Sunshine and a lot of other dope artists. Thanks to Seraphin. Oh, I couldn't get that out. Big thanks to Seraphin for inviting us down there for that. This is 8th year of doing those, so we're very fortunate to be there.
Yep.
You have a show on the 22nd? 26th.
22nd is the private.
Okay, 26th is your show with Anna.
It's going to be at the Saigon.
That's an invite only, right?
The Saigon one?
Oh, no, that's at Saigon.
Yeah, the 26th
that's
one is
not invite only.
It's
That's public.
with Anna at Saigon. I think it's the Sundays that she has.
Sunday, okay.
Boiler Sundays, I believe.
Oh, nice.
And the 22nd is the one that we're doing with Club Whatever
Okay.
at the Lakeside.
And I'm actually at Saigon this Sunday.
You are this Sunday.
correct.
Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, but I the undisclosed lineup at this point in time. But yeah, should be a good time.
You just
The
got to
23rd
be there.
is Sunday.
Yes. Wait, oh no, the 23rd then.
23rd is a Sunday. 26th is a Wednesday.
I'm going to make sure my dates are right.
Oh yeah, we gotta give them the right
Well,
dates.
because she does Wednesday and she has the Sunday. So,
Yes.
well, if it's the boiler room, though, that's Sunday.
The Thursday, the 26th. is when we're
16th,
playing.
sorry.
Oh, it's the 16th. There we
Okay.
go.
Oh, even better.
I-
It's closer.
Okay, that's soon.
I'm not
Yes.
even booked enough to be like, I don't know my dates.
But don't worry, when you drop this album, you're gonna be all over the world, man. I'm truly
Let's do
excited about it. Is that all we got coming up so far that I can think of?
I don't know of anything else.
Me either.
happening.
You guys always get a chance to call us at 727-342-0550 to let us know. We'll get it next time. Thank you so much for tuning in to Houseology Live. You have Rave Daddy Robbie, Danielle, DJ Volume, Late Night with Showtime in the building. My name is DJ Ketone. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Wrapping it up for this week's show. Tune in next Monday at 6 p.m. for the best up-to-date info on EDM news, culture, and gossip on the Houseology Live show.
Your revolutions to a new level.